Article 116. This article provides for the vote on account, which allows the Government of India to withdraw money from the Consolidated Fund of India for a limited period of time until the annual budget is passed. Article 117. This article provides for the procedure for passing bills in the Parliament, including the requirement for a bill to be passed by both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, and the provision for joint sittings in case of disagreement between the two houses. Article 118. This article provides for the procedure for maintaining the journals of the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, which are the official records of the proceedings of these houses. Article 119. This article provides for the procedure for the introduction of bills and their consideration in the Parliament, including the requirement for the prior recommendation of the President for certain types of bills. Article 120. This article provides for the language to be used in the Parliament, including the provision for translation of proceedings into the language of the members present. Article 121. This article provides for the restriction on discussion in the Parliament on matters that are pending in a court of law. Article 122. This article provides for the immunity of the members of the Parliament from any proceedings in any court with respect to anything said or any vote given by them in Parliament or its committees. Article 123. This article provides for the power of the President to promulgate ordinances when the Parliament is not in session, subject to certain conditions and limitations. Article 124. This article provides for the establishment and composition of the Supreme Court of India, which is the highest judicial authority in the country. Article 125. This article provides for the salaries and allowances of the judges of the Supreme Court, which are determined by law. Article 126. This article provides for the appointment of Acting Chief Justice of India in case of vacancy in the Office of Chief Justice of India. Article 127. This article provides for the appointment of ad hoc judges of the Supreme Court in certain cases. Article 128. This article provides for the attendance of retired judges of the Supreme Court in its proceedings, subject to certain conditions. Article 129. This article provides for the powers of the Supreme Court, including that it is a court of record and has the power to punish for contempt of itself. Article 130. This article provides for the transfer of judges from one high court to another. Article 131. This article provides for the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court in disputes between the Union and the states, and between the states. Article 132. This article provides for the appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court in certain cases, including cases involving a substantial question of law as to the interpretation of the Constitution. Article 133. This article provides for the appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court in civil cases involving a substantial question of law. Article 134. This article provides for the appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court in criminal cases involving a substantial question of law. Article 135. This article provides for the special leave petition, which allows a party to appeal to the Supreme Court against any judgment, decree or final order of a court or tribunal in the country. Article 136. This article provides for the discretionary power of the Supreme Court to grant special leave to appeal in any matter. Article 137. This article provides for the review of its judgments or orders by the Supreme Court. Article 138. This article provides for the enlargement of the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court by law. Article 138. This article provides for the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court in regard to any dispute between the Government of India and one or more states, or between the Government of India and any state or states on one side and one or more other states on the other. Article 139. This article provides for the establishment of a special leave petition to the Supreme Court, which allows an aggrieved person to appeal to the Supreme Court in certain cases, including cases where a substantial question of law is involved or where the case involves a matter of public importance. Article 140. This article provides for the enforcement of decrees and orders of the Supreme Court and the High Courts, which are enforceable throughout the territory of India. Article 141. This article provides that the law declared by the Supreme Court shall be binding on all courts within the territory of India. Article 142. This article provides for the enforcement of orders and decrees of the Supreme Court in the interests of justice. Article 143. This article provides for the reference of questions of law or fact by the President to the Supreme Court for its opinion. Article 144. This article provides for the civil and judicial authorities in India to act in aid of the Supreme Court. Article 145. This article provides for the rules of procedure of the Supreme Court, which are made by the court with the approval of the President. Article 146. This article provides for the officers of the Supreme Court, including the Chief Justice of India, other judges, and the Registrar and other officers and servants of the court. Article 147. This article provides for the interpretation of the Constitution by the Supreme Court, including the power to declare any law or executive action as unconstitutional. Article 148. This article provides for the establishment of the Office of the Controller and Auditor General of India, who is responsible for auditing the accounts of the Union and the states. Article 149. This article provides for the duties and powers of the Controller and Auditor General of India, including the power to audit the accounts of any authority or body substantially financed by the government. Article 150. This article provides for the form in which the accounts of the Union and the states are to be kept and audited, as well as the power of the President to appoint auditors to audit the accounts of any body or authority financed by the government.